And so I pulled this case out and I found my laser tip that I got from CueSight. Well, let me tell you about this glove right here. See this glove? I got this glove from Jeanette Lee. This was the glove she was using herself. But one time when I was in the military on at Sugi Navy Base, she came through to put on an exhibition show for the people, and I was there. And for some of the workers, she gave them a glove, and I was like, "Wow, man, I want a glove," and there was nothing I could do to get a glove. So I told somebody had two gloves. I don't know how he got two gloves from, but he got two. Maybe it was a girl. I don't know, but I was like, hey, man, I'll buy that glove for you, whatever. I really wanted that glove for that time. And that time I had money in my pocket. And I told her I'd buy that glove for you. The amount of money I had was $400 total. And I told her I'd buy that glove for you for $100. And he was like, no. I was like, $200. Well, she said no, all the way up to $400. And that was my max, because that's all I had. Now I told her $400. She said no. And then she told me somebody else had a glove. And I tried to buy that one for her. I was like, $400. No. And then I guess Jeanette Lee heard us bartering. And she came over and she was like, you will really buy that glove for $400? And I was like, I sure will. So she said, here, I tell you what. She took off her glove. Well, she took her glove out of her case because she was using it. She took it out of her case. She signed it and she gave it to me. Oh, look, it said Moscone on there. I probably should preserve it better, like put it in a Ziploc bag or something. But that's my story of my Jeanette Lee glove that I just keep in this case. You know what? I guess this, since I said $400, I guess this glove is worth $400. Even though she gave it to me free, but I was willing to pay up to $400 to get it. Here's my Predator soft tips. They're expensive. Oh, these are medium. I put the soft one on my Cue. Yeah, these are medium. I got the soft one on my effing reds now. I had about three. 2 mediums, 1 soft. Here's the mediums. They are still new. $25 each tip. Japanese money. So that was about to be that. Here's my Predator chalk that I don't use, but I got a whole case of it just in case. My Kamui chalk, that's expensive than the mofo too. When I went to the place called New Art, and the Kamui people was there at the time I was there, and I was talking to them. I asked them about what's the difference between the red and the blue. I don't remember what they told me, but I was like, all right, let me get one of these things. And this is my razor blade, so I can cut down the chalk when I get to the paper on the side. I cut it down. Anyway, I'm supposed to be talking about this laser tip from CueSight. So, like I said, I had a CueSight. I bought it in like 2001, 2, 3, I don't know. My first tip, the first Cue I ever bought was CueSight laser tip. I went online. Somebody was my teacher, Harry Mason. You can see his videos. I mean, you can see his website at blackmaninjapan.com. And he's a real good player. A-class, SA. So you could have been a pro. And he told me, he seen me playing when I first came to Japan and playing on the military base. And he was like, hey, buy you a Cue. You know, you play a lot. You need your own Cue. So I went online, and this is the first thing I found. CueSight, laser tip cues. And I was like, wow, laser cues. So I bought it, and it was like $100 or something. And this is what it is. It's just basically a tool so you can practice your strokes, practice stroking, and you can see with the cross on the cue ball. You can see every little movement in your stroking. Whether you twisting, whether you shaking up and down, left or right, everything. So it's just for practice. And it's got for you to practice going, back and forth stroking, trying to stay straight or see whatever flaws you get. It's just basically like what my teacher told me, Harry. What he told me is It's like what you used to do, what they used to do with a Coke bottle. Put a Coke bottle on the pool table and just practice stroking straight through it. Well, when I first got it, though, I was playing with it. I put chalk on there and I was striking balls. And anyway, eventually the tip ended up popping off. And I never replaced it until recently. Maybe this year I replaced it. I took it to a pool hall and had the person put the tip back on. When he put it on, I guess he put glue right over the part that the hole supposed to shoot the laser beam cross out. So when he put the tip on, it didn't shoot across no more. It shot like a blurred out, just a regular beam, no cross. So I contacted CueSight and asked if what could I do. And it ended up me getting a new shaft and a new tip. But I still wanted my old tip to be fixed. So I sent them my old tip. I haven't heard back from them since. I wrote them back 2 or 3 times. And I've heard a story, a nice little story every time. But the first story was like, oh, it went to the wrong post office. We'll pick it up. And I mean, this was like a month after I sent it. Or a week later. I don't know. But, you know, I think I waited a month after that. And I wrote them. And it was like, oh, we, I don't know what she said. I know I wrote it like 2 or 3 times. And every time I just get some story. I told her I pay for the parts, you know, hopefully I was thinking maybe they just have to replace this piece or something. But I wanted to keep it. That was my first cue. Didn't happen like that. And this is probably 2 months ago. I sent them that and I got this. This pretty much brand new. I don't practice stroking no more. I'm almost at the verge of giving up my pool game now. I mean, I like to play pool. I wish I could be better, but I don't get to play as much as I need to in order to improve. It's frustrating. I probably should be playing right now. Of course I should be playing right now. But what difference do it make? I'm not improving right now. I'm on the downside of my feelings right now. Well, you see, this is just a tip tool. That when I bought this, oh, you know what? I got this. I got a gold one. Oh my goodness, I made a mistake. So I had one of these a long time ago, but I was playing with my Reyes cue, and the Reyes shaft is thinner than regular shafts. And so this piece was used to shape the tip back up if it's mushroom, and you put it in here and it squeeze it back up into shape. But the Reyes tip wouldn't do that because it's thinner, so I could never use it. So I put it away. And well, first I used to have one, and I took it when I went home one time to Jacksonville, Florida. I took it there and I gave my cue away to one of my cousins, and this tool that I had before, I gave them that too. So sometime between then and now, I bought another one, a gold one that I completely forgot about. And recently, when I bought I bought the Air Jump, my Predator Jump cue, and I thought I needed another one. So I bought it, and all they had was red. They didn't have a gold. They had a gold on display. And they gave me a red one. So that's in my cue, my pool stick now. I mean, my pool case that I'm using now. This case was another case that I bought. I didn't really like it that much, but it was good because of the length. You know, my Reyes cue is long, so usually all the cues I have, all the cases I have, they are small. They're a normal cue size, so when I close the lid, it always mushes on the shaft and the tip and the butt. And I ain't like that. But this one, I was able to fit my cues in there with no problem. In fact, I got it in here now. If I just open this up, you can see. Look at my Reyes shafts. And they are not being mushed in. By me closing the lid, they fit down in there. But what I didn't like about it is these little thin separators. I don't really like that. cues could bump a little bit. I ain't like that. And I like tubes. I like hard tube cases. That's just me. This is what I first had in my in-stroke case, and that's what I like. Yeah, it was heavier, but I didn't mind that. Anyway, I put that in plastic one day. My Jeanette Lee, my Predator choke, my Kamui chokes, which I probably never use any of this stuff. Man, I don't know. What I got in here? My stickers that I put on the top of my joint protector so I can tell what go to what. And I need to do that now. Cause I got the cue I'm playing with now, which is my laser tip cue with extra shafts that I bought to try to fit it nicely. It don't have no stickers on it, but since it's the cue that I have with no stickers, I know exactly which one it is. I don't get them mixed up. There go my cues. Oh man, I threw that one too. Okay. Infrared case, the soft case that came with the cue, which I showed in the last video, and I'm showing in this one. I kept a box just in case I got to mill a shaft somewhere. And yeah, just like all the problem I have, my main problem with cases is the straps break off. This one broke off on my shoulder while I was walking. The case hit the ground, and I had to go back to this one. Now let's look at my case. I was on my motorcycle, sitting at a red light, when all of a sudden, the case, I tried to adjust the case, and this piece right here, this square piece, it's a little brass piece that comes over right here. This piece broke, and when that broke, this part right here is sewed together. It broke, and the case fell off my shoulder and fell straight to the ground. Luckily, I was at a red light, and I was already to the side of the road, and it was nighttime. It wasn't much traffic, but I didn't block no traffic because there was a car behind me. So my strap broke. Luckily, it had 2 straps on there, which I bought for the very reason of my strap breaking problems, and I was able to ride again. Put that strap in the cleaners, and they putting a new strap on it, like this piece. Because this piece is some kind of, I don't know what kind of material, but it just looked like it's a lot of wear and tear happening to it, and I told them to give me something stronger. And make sure they stitch the stitching on here tighter. And make it stronger for me. So I have this case 6 months now. And this is they call it 4x8 4x8 something wave. What is it called? Something wave. I got the little card in the somewhere. 4x8 Sterling wave case. And this is a case by Burton. I can't get it on there clear enough, but JB Cases make this case. And I got my complaints about JB, and I'm gonna make in a new video. I want to say here, but time has ran short again. But it's about this case, and about me trying to order a custom case from JB. As you can see, 6 months, man. This case is tearing up. Oh, and the bottom. This is the main part. The bottom piece is tearing up, and it's movable. It's about to come apart. What it feel like. Make a new video and talk about that. 15 minutes long. Peace.